Hi lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel Estpat Empire. In today's tutorial, I'll be sharing with you how to make this beautiful and elegant looking bow. Okay, to all my returning subscribers, I say thank you, and to my new subscribers, I say you're welcome to this channel. Let's dive right into the tutorial. The material I'll be using for this bow tutorial is organza, okay, and I have three of it here. This is the first one. Two, I cut out two for each of the bows, so I'll be using this two for one bow. Then the blue one also, I have two of that, and then the last one, which is the biggest of the bows, is also two. You can go ahead and make use of three, but in this case I'm just making use of what I have, and I'm just doing this for the sake of the tutorial. That is why I have two colors here, okay. And aside that, I just think I should be creative. So now the measurement for this bow is here, okay. So for the first bow, which is the smallest one, the width I'm using is 16 inches on fold. As you can see guys, is on fold, so the width is 16 inches, so 16 inches. Then the length I'm working with is 18 inches. Now, for all the three bows that I'll be making, they all have the same length, 18 inches. The only difference in this measurement is the width. That's the wideness of each of the bows. For the first bow, the width is 16 inches as we have measured earlier. Now, for the second bow, width is 20 inches. Okay, 20 inches is 20 inches. Then the third bow, which is the biggest of all the bows, the width I'm making use of is 24 inches for the biggest bow. Now let me quickly explain something to you guys. I know some of you be wondering, how did I get the measurement for the wideness of the bow? Okay, so now you can go about it in two ways. There is a first method I will be explaining to you, and there's a second method. Now, to know the width, the first method that you can use is your round shoulder measurement. That is the measurement you take when you want to make off shoulder dress or blouse. Okay, that measurement you take around is your round shoulder measurement. So your round shoulder measurement divided by 2. Okay, in this case the round shoulder measurement that I'm using is 42 inches, for example, and then 42 divided by 2 will give me 21 inches. Okay, then that 21 inches, I added 3 inches to it. That was how I got the 24 inches that I have here. So now that 24 inches is going to be for the biggest bow. So now after you've gotten that measurement for the biggest bow, what you do now is to deduct 4 inches. That's you minus 4 inches from whatever it is that you get. Okay, whatever value you get by using this first method, you minus 4 inches from it to get the value for the second bow width. Go ahead to minus 4 inches again from this value that you got for the second bow, which gave me 16 inches. I hope that is clear. So now the second method that you can use, go ahead and measure your shoulder measurements. Okay, your normal shoulder measurement. Now in this case, the shoulder measurement I'm making use of here is 16 inches. Do you see that it correlates with what I have here for the first bow? So now in this method, unlike this one that will be subtracting, in this method too will be adding to it. Okay, so now getting your shoulder measurement, for instance here I have 16 inches. So what I'll do to get the value of the width for the second bow is to add 4 inches to 16 inches. Adding 4 inches to 16 inches to give me 20 inches. That's the value for the second bow width. Okay, now after adding 4 inches to 20 inches, I'll have 24 inches. That will give me the value for the width of the third bow. All right, so I hope that explains that. Sorry guys, I just needed to explain this. Okay, it's very easy. Once you just follow the steps, it's very easy to do. So now let me just quickly explain how we're going to go about this. So what I'm doing now is I'll pick the first I'll pick one of the bows, okay? Make sure you're picking the ones with equal measurement, all right? So pick the two of them, put one inside the other, okay, like this. I hope you can see what I'm doing, making sure that they're matching equally. So now let me show you something. This side is on fold. I hope you can see this other side. You will take it to the sewing machine and stitch it up by 1/2 inch seam allowance, okay? When I'm done stitching that, I'll come back to show you what it looks like. I'll go ahead and do the same thing for the other two bows, okay? I'll just stitch them up this way and bring it back to show us what I have. So lovelies, after stitching with 1/2 inch, I went ahead to trim off the excess, and I also left an opening of about 2 inches. This is where we'll be turning it out from, okay? So what I'll do next is this. You pick it this way, remember it's doubled, and then you let this joining be at the center like this, all right? Then you go ahead and stitch this side with 1/2 inch and this other side as well with 1/2 inch. After we're done stitching the two sides, then we'll turn it out from this opening that we left in this first stitch, okay? I'll go ahead and do that now. When I'm done, I'll show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like after I was done stitching both sides. So what I'll do now is to turn it out. So after turning it out, I'll just use this to push out the edges to have that pointy look, okay? Now this is what I have after I was done turning it out, and I also went ahead to do the same to the other bows, okay? So what I'll do next is arrange them the way I want it to be, with the biggest one. This is the biggest one first, middle one, and then the smallest one, okay? So I'll arrange them in such a way that this joining that we have at the back will be straight, all right? After arranging it the way I want, okay, what I'll do next is I'll go ahead and pleat, okay? You can see what I'm doing, just like I'm folding the three of them together at the same time, okay? See, you can see what I'm doing, guys. Just fold until you get to the last one, okay? Fold. If you're working with organza, you have to be a little bit patient because it's a slippery material, okay? So after that, I'll just go ahead and arrange it properly so the bows can sit perfectly, okay? So for now, let me just pin it together like this, okay? And just hold it down with pins, okay? I'll still come back to adjust it, okay? Just so this is what I'll be using for the knot in the middle part here. So the measurement I have here is 4 inches wide and the length is 12 inches. So I'll take it to the sewing machine, fold it into two like this, and stitch it down with about 1/2 inch allowance, then turn it out, okay? So after joining the strip, this is what it looks like, and this is shiny face satin, okay? So what I'll do next is I would use it to hold the three bows together like this. I'll use it to hold it together, hold it down, okay, and try to adjust it, turn it to the back, okay. So I'm going to remove the pins that I use in holding this one together, okay. After I've gotten what I want, I'll go ahead and pin this down, and then after pinning it together, this is what it looks like, okay, you can see. So I'll take it to the sewing machine and stitch, or I can decide to use my needle and thread to stitch this part together and trim off the excess when I'm done, okay. After I'm done doing that, I'll bring it back to show us the final look, and then attach it to maybe probably a dress for us to see how it will look like. So loves, this is the final look of the bow. You can see how beautiful it's looking, okay. So let me know in the comment section if you'll be making yours. This is so beautiful, guys. It's so beautiful. And in case you want to make something like this, but you want it to look exactly like the one in the picture, what you have to do is to make sure you make use of a thicker fabric, okay. Organza is not a thick fabric, it's very lightweight, okay. You can style it this way, you can also style it another way like this. You can go ahead and do anything you like with it. You can attach it wherever you feel like you want to attach it. You can attach it at the waist. It depends on what you want, guys. Just be creative with it. If you have watched up to this point, I want to say a big thank you to you. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, click on the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and comment, and make sure you share as well to your friends. I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.